Yeah, you guys do it justice. That's for
Thank you.
Yeah, we should start a band.
Not.
Well, not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude. I can't play anything.
Thank you.
I can sing though.
I can hit play on the CD player.
Do, 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 do.
I'll be the
sampler.
DJ.
Yeah, exactly. That's what that is.
Yeah, I'll
That's
be
a
that.
job.
I'll be the guy with the weird haircut and flock of seagulls just hitting the one button.
Yeah, those guys sold records, though, as much as it pains me to admit.
And that haircut was something.
Yeah, but I mean, it was the birth of MTV, right? So it's just like the same reason Nixon would have, got crushed by JFK. It's because like now people are looking at you.
Yeah,
It's like that scene from The Wedding Singers. Like, you like flock of seagulls? No, but apparently you do.
Yeah, I can see that you do.
Fucking
who was
Spade.
that?
That was Spade.
No.
I'm pretty sure that was Spade.
I thought it was Farley, but I think Farley...
That was Farley's brother, I think.
Yeah, it looked like Farley, but it wasn't him.
But I thought maybe I'm thinking... I was thinking it was Spade, but maybe I'm thinking something else.
I don't think Spade was in The Wedding Singer.
I thought all of Adam's friends were in that movie.
Yeah, he just came out with a new movie. It's on Netflix.
Yep.
It's called...
You're so not invited to my bat mitzvah.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And is it bat mitzvah or bar mitzvah?
Well, for the ladies, it's a bat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's the bat mitzvah.
And it's his real daughters that are in it.
Oh, that's
those are his daughters.
Two daughters, yeah. And his wife is in it as well, but she plays the friend's daughter, the friend's mother.
Yeah, the best friend's mom.
So I assume it's from the point of view of a teenage kid.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun...
It's actually kind of a cute movie.
Sort of limited Sandler. So it's actually not bad.
He's generating generational wealth is what he's doing.
It's very...
Getting them started.
It's very preteen friendly.
Right on.
Let's put it that way.
Well, that's a market, man. Yeah. They're going to start sending those kids credit cards.
What do you mean? They probably already have credit cards.
Yeah. I just mean tweens in general.
Right.
Oh,
right? And I'm sure that somebody's trying to work through the legality of that.
Sandler
I mean, it's
children.
untapped.
Not
you could get them into debt, so they got to work an extra 10 years.
Sign here. You get whatever you want.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
Who is number one?
Who does number two work for?
Oh, geez. I do like this, too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we serendipitously
I love it.
recorded this from the lounge act at the Holiday Inn near the airport.
Yeah.
Snuck in.
They're playing some variation of it this minute.
We just
trying to tread water.
What's funny is I actually used to work at the Holiday Inn near the airport in Issaquah.
Yeah.
Back when they had an airport.
The little Issaquah airport?
The one that was strictly for people who were jumping out of planes. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Well, and to get fire jumpers and shit up there, too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, now those people all climb to the top of, I think it's Poo Poo Point, and then jump off of there. But yeah,
it's really neat for the hang gliders and such. It is.
Yeah.
It's really neat.
Well, I mean, is it hang glider? I mean, it's either.
Can you paintball them on the way down?
That would be kind of fun.
Well, from your point of view,
I mean, if you're the guy with the if you're the one with the paint marker, yes, it would be a lot of fun because you have moving targets, man.
I just wanted to jump off a cliff today.
Well, I mean, I think assuming you got people who are willing to be shot at.
Yes, that would.
Or even better is if they had paint markers and were firing back.
Yeah, that's okay. I can.
If they're flying down.
Yeah. Because sorry.
No.
I'm just imagining this. This is that untapped.
I wonder if we could sell tickets to this, I think, right? We might have to run down the
G.I. Joe style stuff, right? Because they would hang glide in to save the day and shit.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'd always have that one guy at the end going, and knowing is half the battle.
And now you know.
And he's all covered in paint. He's like, God damn, that fucking hurt.
Those guys. Well, Todd, you tell us when it's time to get going, and we'll get this here.
I thought I did, man.
All right.
We need verbal confirmation.
Welcome, everybody, to Our Town Podcast.
Yes, extraordinaire.
Coming to you from the historic Renton Civic Theater in beautiful downtown Renton, Washington. Hello, folks around the world.
Hi, everybody.
This is episode 38, guys.
Oh, incredible. Appreciate you being here. Each and every one. Thank you.
All six of you. Thank you so much.
Oh, there's a few more than...
I only make that joke because isn't that what BJ Shea used to say when he thank all the people that are listening? All six of you.
Geez, I don't know.
That sounds like, was that when he was on the Buzz? Or
I think so, yeah. It was early days of KSW even.
Early days.
Back when I think it was when what's the dude that used to giggle in the background all the time?
Oh, Toppy.
Toppy, yeah.
Yeah, he had the Horatius laugh.
Geez, that's a good job.
Yeah, that's all this was a whole job.
Yeah, the Ed McMahon.
Yeah. Well, tonight's safe word, guys, is in honor of fall coming. Is pumpkin spice. So if anybody has, needs to stop the show, feeling unsafe, whatever, just yell out pumpkin
candy
spice.
corn.
And if
candy
you're playing
corn.
along
Candy
at
corn.
home, pumpkin spice. Just text it to us. We'll stop this here show.
Wow.
And we'll. I mean, it's kind of back in time.
You hit a time machine real quick,
so now that we have 1,000 followers on YouTube, when's Mike getting his tattoo?
Yeah. Well, we'll discuss, gentlemen.
You know what we should do next week? We should just put one of those temporary ones on his forehead.
A flaming pickle on my forehead.
Pickle on your forehead. It wouldn't be the first time, right?
I mean, that's probably the only place you don't have hair, right?
I don't know. That would be an episode.
Otherwise, we'd have to shave you to put it on.
Take a vacation.
That would be the
hairless
NSF,
portion of my
FW episode.
Yeah.
Oh my!
And I mean that in the nicest possible way. I wasn't trying to make you feel bad or anything.
Talk to my ancestors stuff.
Yeah. Back in time.
I can say that because I'm also part Wookiee, man. Come on, look at me.
Nice. All right, you guys, let's talk some headlines. Get off of Mike's body issues here. Did you guys hear about the Burning Man fiasco?
No.
Have you guys ever been to Burning
Mud
Man?
happens now.
No, I'm aware of Burning Man, and I have no desire to be in that much heat.
In certain aspects of it, I think are fantastic. In certain aspects, I'm not really into it. But I think it's a cool phenomenon.
Yeah, it's just a homeless encampment in the middle of the desert.
Well, with lots of money.
With lots of money thrown in.
So they're hipster.
Well,
out in the desert.
Well, I don't know. Like Chris Rock was there, and Joel Kinnaman, the actor, was there, and Diplo, DJ. Anybody heard of Diplo?
I don't know who those last two are.
Joel Kinnaman was in the new RoboCop. He was RoboCop in the latest version of it.
Okay, and did you say Kid Rock or Chris Rock?
Chris Rock.
Okay, making sure I heard correctly.
Yeah, Chris Rock was there.
That's cool.
Man.
Maybe
he likes drugs too.
Maybe he's all about peyote as well.
Yeah. Or whatever it is. I think a lot of it is chemistry stuff. But also, it's cool. People fabricate cool shit.
Yeah.
I got a couple of buddies who've gone every year for decades.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're both metal fabricators.
I've seen some really cool statues and things that
I think there's a lot
built.
of creative people there, right? I sure think so. But now there's also even more money. I think back in the day, it was not, as much money involved. That changes it.
I joked, but it's kind of like going to a Ren fair in the middle of the desert if you really think about it.
Kind of a post-apocalyptic.
Just kind of like Mad Max meets the Ren fair where people dress in period clothing or whatever, and they have music and arts and crafts and all kinds of cool stuff. And then there's of course that crowd usually also kind of dabbles in some extracurricular activities.
Yeah, I'm sure there's fashion shows, and I think there's a lot of drug use. And they burn shit. I mean, it really is Burning Man. They build these giant effigies, right?
Huge effigies. They're like 2 or 3 stories high, right?
Yeah, and light them on fire. And I guess this year there was a bunch of environmental activists that were down there trying to stop them from burning so much because it's not good for the air pollution.
Well, I get that, but
geez, it's not that. Pick out somebody. It's got a little bit more.
That's.
It's definitely not good for the environment, but they're out in the middle of nowhere where.
We share an atmosphere, right? But in the end, it's like there's millions of acres burning right now. It's like we got to aim our focus where it can do the most good. I think that's just kind of an attention seeking.
I think so too.
I think what they should do is they should focus on all the women using aerosols down in Australia, because isn't that where the huge ozone layer hole is?
I think most of that's gone because we had a huge. One of the few times in human history, internationally, we got together and actually followed through with some shit and banned the CFCs. The ozone layer. Oh yeah, no, that's that's an absolute 20th century up until now success story. A fantastic success story that we don't give ourselves
because I remember
because we could do the same with say deforestation or reforestation and we refuse to, or fishing or overfishing or whatever the fuck.
I remember
so
back
these things can happen.
I think it was the 80s and probably the early 90s where it was all about like the ozone layer and acid rain was a huge thing that was always being talked about.
Yeah, but because we have regulatory systems, you don't really hear about that much anymore, right?
Dude.
The problem didn't fix itself. Humans decided to stop engaging in stupid fucking behaviors once and then twice.
I went to the public market yesterday here in Renton, the one that happens at the Piazza, and there was a person out there like getting people to sign a thing to get rid of taxes on a thing. And I said, what were the taxes for? It's like, oh, it was for, making the carbon footprint smaller. It's like, so you're wanting to get rid of that? It's like, well, I mean, it's costing us money. It's like, it's for a good reason, though, don't you think? It's like, no.
Yes. And all that does cost us money. It's all the downwind money.
Right.
Right? If your neighbor is burning tires in his backyard, but the wind is blowing in your direction, you're fucked up, right?
Yeah.
It's like...
So, I looked
it's the downwind cost of all petroleum stuff that we don't talk about, including Pentagon.
I looked at her and said, no, I'm not signing this because we do want to make the carbon footprint smaller. That's not a bad thing. I don't mind paying taxes for that. It's like, yeah, but it's causing the gas taxes to go up. It's like, okay.
We should have been stepping away from gasoline when we first saw, at least the 70s when we saw like a peak oil problem, right?
Yeah.
Et cetera, and all the nice light crude. It was easy to fucking deal with, relatively. It's all very difficult to deal with.
Didn't the car industry kind of like put the kibosh on electric cars back in the 70s?
There's a cool movie about that. I don't know. You can make your own conclusion, but it's called Who Killed the Electric Car? And then famously, the L.A. Kind of public transportation train, right?
Yeah.
Got smashed up. But that, I think, was Big Rubber. They did that famously. But it's just, we just need to disclose all of the costs of these different technologies, and then we can make a better decision on if it's worth it or not. Right? But keeping these costs hidden as subsidies or, just secondary things is a lie.
Yeah.
It's not the whole truth. So we got to stop allowing that kind of non-information.
Yeah. And we need that kid from the 80s that taught us how to cut up the six-pack ring.
I still do that to this day.
I do too.
Jeez, I
we need that guy. We need that guy to come back.
Has to come back.
Teach the rest of the world.
Walk to the store.
Didn't Mr. Yuck make a resurgence after the whole Tide Pod thing happened?
Oh man,
I think the Tide Pod thing was probably overblown, right?
I mean,
how many Tide Pods?
Not many, because dude's getting fucking sick. Yeah. There's no way you're not getting sick, dude.
Well, and the thing is like you go to like the Safeway here, just down the street from where we're at. They have Tide Pods locked up, but
they have all laundry detergent because people are stealing laundry detergent and baby formula. And
because no, they didn't have everything. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Fred Meyer. Fred Meyer didn't have the other ones locked up. They only had the Tide Pods locked up.
Well, I was there yesterday and they had them all locked up.
Oh, do they? Because it was like about a month ago that I saw that they had. I had the.
Because people got to quit stealing from your neighborhoods, people.
Yeah.
You're not sticking it to the man, right? They get tax breaks.
Yeah.
Right? You're fucking us up. And you're losing your dignity. Stop it.
I went down the aisle looking for laundry detergent, and they had all of the Tide products behind a glass box. But then the Gain Flings and the other brands were out in the open, and you could just pick them up the counter and walk.
Because they're just not as tasty.
I guess, yeah. They don't have that minty fresh
it's
feeling.
like Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi. You know what I mean? They're like, well, the Tide Pod's got a certain.
They have prettier colors in the packaging.
And if you take Tide Pod and put some cilantro on that shit, fucking delish.
We're
One
not
Tide Pod, cilantro, $15.99.
We are not suggesting people actually eat Tide Pods.
No. Man. Well, tell us how they taste. Comment and let us know if you do. We're not suggesting it,
after
but
you get your stomach pumped.
Well, we need a 10,000 word essay on the flavor palette. All right.
Of a Tide Pod.
Yeah.
Well, what we were talking about, the Burning Man, and they probably are going to need a lot of Tide Pods because it rained on the parade
made
down there.
Of
Just
clay.
a crazy amount of mud.
Yeah.
And people were like stuck there for 72 hours or 24 hours.
Until it dries up and they're able to move their vehicle.
Until they can sort of get people in.
Yeah, I think so. And I don't know. And I'm not sure what about waste? What about water in? Is all that stuff brought in initially? I think it is. It's all brought in initially, and then they just parcel it out as time goes on.
And I think
people were trying to bolt, and they couldn't get out.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know that
it's different when it rains, man. That's how you get flash floods.
Say, bring whatever you bring in, you got to take out.
I would
can't leave anything behind.
Yeah, where does the waste go? I wonder if they have composting toilets. Or they'd just do I don't know.
Pump it.
They wouldn't compost.
Take it on.
It's not like there's like a
waste in all kinds of waste.
There's not like a river or anything going through there that they can use water out of.
It's just a flat desert.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I would imagine they have to put like every bit of waste that we create in like plastic bags and then dispose of it when they leave. When they leave out of the desert, the first place they stop that has a dumpster, they just dump all the bags of garbage.
Not
and
the
shit.
best place for human waste, but I don't know. I would think they're better organized than that. Yeah. Maybe I'll make a phone call. Where do you poop?
Where do you poop?
Where do you poop? But that's a question that I often ask because guess what comes from dealt with human poop in general? Disease, dude. Every time. No duh. Right? So it's like that is a condition of any kind of like human settlement.
Or
that's just how it is.
Or they just don't poop like in Star Trek. There's no bathrooms, so they don't poop.
There's no bathrooms in Star Trek.
You just transport it.
When you take the transporter, it just throws it into space. What's the Jack Black movie where the poop goes away? They just spray it with something and the poop just disappears.
I don't remember that one.
Oh,
no, I don't remember that.
It's pretty fun.
Is that a sci-fi one that he did?
No, but it's more of a buddy film and how success hurts their friendship because they invent this like poop be gone spray where it just disappears.
It just takes it away.
Yeah.
Was that what it was called? Poop be gone?
I can't remember now. I don't know.
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
It's funny.
Oh my god! Well, speaking of rich guys, I read an article about and I can't remember the names of these folks, but a bunch of like Silicon Valley guys are investing in land in California, and they're buying up acres, thousands or thousands of acres around a Air Force base out there, and the plan is to build like a
city from
modern
scratch.
City from scratch.
Yeah, that's a fascinating idea. Yeah,
is that it there?
Yes. Is that Stiller?
It is Stiller.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller and Jack Black.
Oh my god, what year is that from?
It says 2004. I don't know if I've ever heard of this movie.
I don't think I've ever heard of City U. Is that what it's called?
Envy.
Envy. I just got my glasses not on my face, so they don't work.
But we will do a ad spots for City U.
Christopher Walken, Amy Poehler.
Oh, Amy Poehler.
Oh my goodness,
she's great.
Interesting. But yeah, these guys want to build this sort of metropolis in the middle of nowhere. I guess there's a military base there. I'm just curious on, if I guess they're probably not going to go after federal dollars, right? Because they're probably going to sponsor everything themselves.
I saw something about this. It's like a factory city, right?
Well, it's not a city that doesn't exist yet.
I know, but the factory city was like, these were towns that were built so people could live near where they worked, and they lived in houses that were built by the company.
Built on that model or whatever. Yeah, those ended up pretty bad.
Yeah, that was indentured servitude. Yeah.
Well, I'm imagining this is going to be high tech everything.
I think that's the idea, just like the one the Saudis are building, right?
Yeah,
Same kind of thing. It's like
the streets will be, solar panels and.
I don't know. I think they want to be fairly self-sufficient. I just read a small article on it. I mean, the idea is cool. I don't really like fiefdoms.
No, I don't.
And
and that's the worry, right? Because if you're building this for everybody,
you don't like what?
Fiefdoms, where you have a rich dude. It's like a before city states, like Milan or Rome or whatever.
Okay. You've got like a baron or
yes. You just controls this area. It's privately owned, but y'all can work, and then I'll take what I want.
Yeah. You give me most of what you produce. I'll leave you a little bit.
Pretty work camps.
Isn't that what Eric Lunscher, Magneto did in the X-Men? He had like his own little utopia for mutants to live in, and
I thought they had a country at one point. In the movie or in the comic books?
I think it's probably comes from the comics, but I saw
in the comics they create
the animated
a
series.
nation, and I can't remember. It just totally left
in the
my
animated
brain.
series from the 90s. He had like a city or a village or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a cool idea. I'd like to see it, but then, you got to...
Why can't we just have civil planners do this?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like relying on billionaires to get us out of scrapes is not a real strategy.
I would rather see like themed cities where you could, like, if you wanted to live in a universe that's like from a book or a movie or whatever.
Bullet Town.
Like the Galaxy's Edge or, Tatooine. Or,
that'd be cool. And they could do that. Way. They've got the money.
Yeah.
But
the Galaxy's Edge is already like an outdoor walking mall, but, just you have one or two, amusement park ride type things that makes it more of an amusement park than a mall.
Yeah.
That's essentially, Disneyland is essentially just an outdoor mall. And outside the gates of the mall is another mall called Downtown Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, cities just take a lot. The nuts and bolts of a city functioning takes a lot, right? And it takes constant reinvestment. And I've seen, a lot of instances where rich people do something and then it ends up costing us money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To either clean up the mess or keep it going or fix it or whatever the fuck, But I don't know. Because, just case in point was New York, which is a fairly wealthy city, just had a huge water main break. This thing is like 9 or 13 feet wide or something, like a huge water main. And it burst, and there's, video of the, rats running from the tidal wave in the subway tunnel and such. But it's like, because the pipe was like 107 years old.
Jesus.
It's like the infrastructure takes upkeep.
Yeah.
All things do. Everything but, even living systems have to upkeep. They're just did better at it than we are. But we have to, that's just like the secondary costs I was talking about earlier, right? We have to plan for that because we know we know it.
It's going to happen.
Yeah. And they tell you to do that in your own home, right? Well, you got to plan for a rainy day.
Yeah. We're very reactionary when it comes to cities and government and everything else.
Do you think they'll ever make like an apartment complex or some sort of structure for low income housing that makes it cheap only because there's advertisements all over the fucking place? Like before you can open your door, you have to watch a 30-second video.
It's sponsored by, I don't know.
Before you can get in or before you get out?
Either. Both.
Yeah, both. Yeah.
And instead of having...
I don't know. If we keep going the way we're going now, then yes, Todd.
Like you want to turn the lights out to go to sleep, and it's like...
just
do you want to pay...
Every step on the way, dude. Everything.
Do you want to pay $2.99, or would you like to watch a 30-minute video?
This is straight out... Seriously, this is straight out of like... that Mike Judge movie,
Idiocracy,
where everything had sponsorship on it, and I just was thinking, we already have free television streaming online that does this stuff, where you get free streaming websites and apps. But you have to watch the same 10-second video every 15 minutes. And then can you imagine if instead of having windows, it had like monitors with like videos playing all the time?
Wakes up every 45 minutes.
It's like, Sponsored by.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kool-Aid.
I mean, yeah.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
That's why we have to stop being consumers and go back to being citizens.
You know what? To be honest, I would so do that, especially if it was like at Disneyland. If I was able to live there for free, just so I could walk around and see the Millennium Falcon every time I go outside my house, I'd fucking do that tomorrow.
Yeah. The only worry that I have with the rich guy city is keeping others out. Right. I mean, they've got to have workers that come in.
Yeah.
The people to clean the streets, people to feed the masses, people to teach the children, all that stuff. Are they going to be able to live in this city as well? Or are they going to be excluded and have to be bussed in?
It's going to be like Disney World where you don't see anybody who's actually, a cleaning crew.
A cleaning crew,
They just appear out of nowhere, and then as quickly as they showed up, they disappear after they've cleaned up whatever mess happened.
And we kind of have that in Seattle right now because most people that work at fast food, or they might, work a minimum wage job, they can't afford the rent to live in the city. So they've got to bus in from, wherever.
No, I mean, a lot of places that way right now. All the San Juan
Not just picking up Seattle, but so that's my only worry. Be a very exclusionary, very club.
Well, and we also, have throughout our history in the United States, and we allowed for that. Right? We have gated communities now.
Yeah,
with private security and private stuff.
Yeah.
And I kind of get that because the private property is private property. Right? There's a fine line, but we're all still,
I think we'll see a lot more Karens if those places become a thing because do you belong here? I don't think you belong here.
Yeah. I'm saying this as a guy that
prime
lives
on the
in
side
an
of my
HOA,
van,
right?
lady.
Yeah. I don't have to go through a gate to get into your neighborhood.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I wonder if they'd let me if I had to.
It's like
you're not on the list. Let me see. Mike. No, there's no Mike.
I'm sorry.
Wasowski. Are you the guy from Monsters Inc?
My cousin. It's interesting though. I don't know. I got two things that will cure most of our ills are improved, robust regulatory system and an improved and robust progressive tax rate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And get rid of, the old waste, fraud, and abuse as best we can.
Yeah.
But those two things kind of even the playing field as far as we're not going to get crazy rich people just writing their own rules and taking over nation states.
Right.
Because it cannot be allowed. We need rule of law, not weird-ass autocrats, dude.
Well, speaking of rule of the law, did you hear Enrique Tarrio, leader of the Proud Boys, was sentenced
I heard about
to 22 years for his
Yeah.
involvement in the January 6th.
In a conspiracy.
He wasn't even in town during it, but he got busted for the conspiracy of it. And,
I thought he was actually there.
No, I think he purposefully was.
I would think. Oh yeah. Oh, what a piece of shit.
Because I saw a video
and he hangs out with Nazis. It's like, dude, you're brown, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you telling yourself? What are you telling yourself?
Yeah. If the Nazis take over, how long until you're gone?
You think you're a buddy?
Right.
You think they're gonna bring you along, man? You're dumb.
Well, didn't one of the people who was arrested for the January 6th is still in jail because he doesn't have lawyers because he has no money?
Oh, I don't know.
There's a lot.
I don't remember the guy's name, but we talked about it a couple weeks ago, I think.
Oh, you thinking of the Georgia thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one of the two African American suspects who had to surrender, couldn't afford the bail, and he's like, I can't afford a $500 an hour attorney to come in and fight this, and I don't have the bail money, so he ended up spending a few days in jail. But he was one of the two brown folks that were people of color that were indicted with that whole Georgia RICO.
Yeah. So not the January 6th thing.
Not the January 6th thing. No, but
actual. Well, I mean that was part of the insurrection, right?
Yeah.
It was all related.
Yeah, I mean, it's all related.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane. And they're just trying to destroy our trust in any, any of our institutions, right? It's like, don't fall for it, people. Yeah. Don't fall for it. Improve the institutions.
Yeah.
When's the last time you heard them talking about improving institutions and showing steps to do so?
Improving anything. All they want to do is tear it down.
Getting rid of secrecies. Yeah. Right? And getting. Oh man, stop it. Stop.
All they care about is tearing it down.
Don't fall for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. To lead you to just fascism.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know what else to call it. It's nuts. It's nuts. Don't fall for it, people.
Are the Proud Boys still a thing? Are they still out and about?
No doubt in my mind. And didn't one of the guys from Vice, kind of Gavin or whatever, didn't he start that fucking thing?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. The whole thing is weird. But often groups get co-opted by infiltrators, right? Yeah. So I don't know if they started out one way and then ended up another or something.
But our town podcast is going to be.
I don't know. If there's a bunch of Nazis at your party and you're not doing something about it, then you're a fucking Nazi.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
pretty much.
Man, in the January 6th, it's like, and I mean, it's obvious, right? Stop it, people. They're not on your side. Yeah. They're going to promise you shit, and they are lying. Nazis always lie. Dictators always lie. Always.
I feel like lately, before the January 6th, people that were getting, sentenced and stuff, it felt like, they were getting like a year or suspended sentence, stuff like that. But I feel like the last few, including this guy, Terrio,
it's a conspiracy charge, though. That's not a breaking and entering or disrupting an official proceeding.
But I feel like a few more of them have been getting bigger sentences.
Yeah. And maybe I wonder what the evidence at trial is. Right? These are trials, right?
Not contrite, right?
Yeah.
A lot of them are like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, or they had weapons, or they had like zip ties and shit. You know what I mean? It's like there are some fucking serious people in there, man.
What were they going to do? They didn't bring them for show.
No. They're going to kidnap people and or murder people. Yeah, dude. It's like, and I'm Fox, and the right wing has done a great job of just like
downplaying.
And just turn into some.
Fuck it was a peaceful protest.
It's fucking absurd, dude. It's absurd.
I don't know where this line originally came from, but I saw it in the movie Boondock Saints. And it's now we must fear evil men, but there's another kind of evil which we must fear most, and that is the indifference of good men.
No, absolutely.
Which is basically people who don't say anything when they see something,
Yeah. Sure.
Stand up, people, for what's right.
Yeah. And you can make a democracy better, right? You can never make a dictatorship better. Right. You're always trying to just fucking get out from under the thumb, dude. We have the opportunity to improve our institutions here, right? Through participation. Right? So the more we participate, the better chance there are of improving and strengthening the good institutions, right? Because, as warts and all, it's like every nation state and every human being has like troubles, right? I get it. But are we moving towards systems of justice? Are we moving towards a more equitable world, right? And if the answer is yes, then don't blow it up.
Yeah.
Right? And I really do believe the answer is yes. It just takes effort and participation.
Right.
And a little bit of elbow grease.
Yeah, it takes some dedication, right?
Jesus Christ, people.
Well, in sad news, that's happy news. Sad news, Jimmy Buffett. I don't know if you guys are parrot heads at all, but Jimmy Buffett died.
I like maybe one or two of his songs, but I don't really go out of my way to listen to
him.
No,
I didn't know he went back as far as he did.
Yeah,
because like Margaritaville and that kind of stuff was like 1978 or 77 or something. I had no idea it went back that far.
Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Stuff like that,
I saw
I'm not a boat guy. I just feel like he's boat music,
He's beach music, if anything.
Oh, all right.
It made like a shit ton of money. He's
drinking alcohol and just
and I think now he's got
on the beach,
boomer retirement villas and shit now. I think.
Yeah. I saw a single cell cartoon that said shows him going to the pearly gates, and it says, "All right, and here's your cheeseburger."
Nice.
And it shows him being handed a margarita as well.
Yeah. I just, for me, I was never a huge fan, casual fan. If it came on the radio, it was kind of fun to sing along with.
Yeah,
but I remember probably 98, 99, my son is tiny, and I stayed at home during the day. I worked sort of a swing shift, so I was with him all day, and we would just, do stuff all day long. And one of our things was to flip flip on music and dance around the house, with your kid. And Jimmy Buffett was a big part of that. Huh. Yeah, and we used to have fun.
Sure, I believe it's buffet. I saw that yesterday. I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I don't care who it was.
Oh my God, this is the cheeseburger buffet. Because I like mine with. Oh man, I can't think of the lyrics now.
Yeah,
I don't even know the lyrics.
No. But he was a good guitar player.
I think he was an okay guitar player. I think he's just more of a songwriter.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff. But he had some interesting songs.
I used to get him confused with Frampton. Because they
really?
Yeah, because
Frampton's he's a decent guitar player.
Yeah,
right. I don't know if he's like 100
they both
million
have
albums.
they both kind of have the same look.
He had that voice box thing.
The box,
and over.
yeah.
Oh man, it's just like just like sometimes dudes will get wah-wah pedals. You're like, fuck, you never should have given that to him.
Never gonna let it
go, dude.
Just need more cowbell.
Every song has a wah-wah sound to it.
Oh, fuck.
Like, Mike's over here just cringing left and right. He's like,
can't do it. Yeah, well, rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett leaves behind, I think, 3 kids and 500
cheeseburger in paradise,
smackers,
and a margarita.
Yeah, it's like an aggressive type of skin cancer, I think.
Yeah, and that's crazy too. I mean, for a beach guy, it's kind of wear your sunblock, kid.
And and a lot of skin cancer is real.
I mean,
out there.
Seriously, he died of skin cancer.
Yeah. And remember, your skin's an organ, and it's not just sun exposure.
Right.
There's all sorts. It's dealing with all sorts of shit. all the time.
The vast majority of skin cancer is caused by too much exposure to the sun.
For white people, yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And he was
typically,
as I recall, he was very white.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was probably
in every beachy place I've ever been. They're playing like Bob Marley.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm just at different beaches or if I just missed that.
Not the old white guy beat.
Yeah, maybe I need it.
Well, now that he's gone, it will be taken over by Cabo Wabo and Sammy Hagar.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Or Kenny Chesney kind of has that flavor, right?
I don't know.
Does he really?
That beachy thing, yeah.
I don't. I know of him. I don't know him well enough to even really know what his songs
just all the album covers I've seen are like him barefoot on a beach.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know.
It's just he was standing.
Now I have to look him up because I don't know what this guy even looks like.
And shit. Fucking chemical beach.
I know it is. I like mine with lettuce and tomato, Heinz 57, and a French fried potato. That's what it is. That's the lyric. Now
he had to think. Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah, he does kind of look like a country fried version of Cheeseburger in Paradise, dude.
Just barefoot on the water.
Wouldn't be known to be a beach guy. Yeah, no, I don't know that guy.
Yeah, he looks like if what's his name? Fuck. All right.
Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah. Like if Matthew McConaughey was, driving tractors and shit, that's what he would look like.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
He's a good Texas kid, Matthew.
Right? Yeah.
Well, speaking of Matthew McConaughey in movies, we've got a bunch of new movies now that we're in September. Todd, you might probably know more about these than
I know a little bit about at least a couple of them. So
we've got Denzel Washington coming back with his Equalizer character in Equalizer 3. Yeah. And I remember the first one. I know I've seen the second one, but I couldn't tell you the plot.
It's just like the original Equalizer TV show back in the 80s.
He's just out to fuck up bad people.
But he's
a
more
hired,
badass.
He's a hired gun who is essentially a one-man A-team.
Yeah. Isn't like in one of them, I don't know if it was the first one or the second one, he was like trying to protect a neighbor or something. He sort of is like
a homeless girl in the first one.
Yeah, like a ex-CIA operative or something.
That may have been the sequel, but the first one was like a homeless girl who was like she'd been
no, I mean the Equalizer, wasn't he? A special ops guy?
Yeah, he was like a retired special ops, kind of like a John Wick type of guy.
Yeah,
but he wasn't like
shit up.
He wasn't like a hitman per se, not like John Wick. But he was like retired CIA, and I think the first one he was working
at Home Depot or something.
And he saw this girl who had been like coerced into being a hooker and stuff, and he was trying to help her out, and he tried to scare off the
it was like Russian mob or something.
Yeah.
It's always the Russian
I'm
mob.
telling you, singing that song.
Every movie,
Unless,
the Russian
unless it's
mob.
not. Yeah.
And then didn't that also kind of spawn a new TV version of
with Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that show.
I haven't either, but I've seen clips of it, and it looks awesome.
Got
I really
a few
Where
seasons.
she is an equalizer?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I haven't seen that lady in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I
I
really
think
like
the
her.
last the last thing I watched with her was like the 50th anniversary of hip hop,
right on.
and she was a part of that. And it was a cool. It was
I
a
would
cool
say
show.
most definitely Queen Latifah was a good chunk of that.
Yeah, I mean she.
Bless her.
She and along with like 2 or 3 other women were like the forefront of the women of hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, and she was also one of the few that were like, no, we're not going to be like the little,
Meager.
the little
Don't
girls.
forget
Who,
Debbie Harry and Rapture.
Yeah, it's true.
the girls who were always like hanging on the hip hop dudes. You know, just-
the video girls
yeah.
just shaking their rumps.
Yep.
Also coming out, and I thought this looked pretty cool. It's called The Inventor, and it's actually a stop motion, and it kind of looks like the old Rudolph.
Right on the
kinda
Bankin' and
character.
Rass or
Yeah, the
Rankin and
Bankin-
Bass.
Yeah. It kind of
Rankin.
looks like those, but it's about Leonardo da Vinci and coming up, and it's a comedy, and it looks fun and silly. And
About time somebody made Leonardo da Vinci fucking funny.
It's got Daisy Ridley, Matt Berry,
yeah,
I don't know, man.
Stephen. He's
I do like Daisy.
Stephen Fry.
I think Fry plays Leonardo.
That's nice.
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Matt Berry, he's been in a lot of like British stuff.
Yeah.
But I know him best from the It Crowd. He was one of the main characters on that show.
Yeah, but
geez,
it's a little
like
PG
delightful.
family.
And do you
film.
think that is actually stop motion, or that's just an animation
said it was
computer
stop motion.
Fucking, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trusting what I read on the.
Yeah, no, well, good.
it looks like it's probably.
It's just a
stop
tremendous.
motion.
And in this day of like, because you can make an animated style that looks like anything, right? So
Well, I mean,
they call them filters.
I think the last one I saw was the one. I think it was a Tim Burton film, the Adeline or whatever.
Yeah, Coraline.
Coraline, that's
Yeah,
what it
which
was.
is creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
It is super
Yeah.
creepy, but
I know,
it's a
my
great.
daughter
Yeah,
can't
was
watch that.
Frankenweenie.
Oh, that was a Burton one.
Yeah, was that stop motion or was that live action? I can't
that was just
remember.
The original short was live action,
Okay,
and I
okay.
think the full length feature film was also live
All
action.
right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so I'm actually
that
looking forward to
looks
that
all right.
one. It looks like fun.
Yeah.
And these are
I-
going to be a fall release, or these are Christmas?
These are this month.
Oh, no way.
This month.
I
And
mean,
a couple
that's-
of these might already be out
Wow, you
because
can-
I think Equalizer's already out. I don't know when The Inventor comes out. These
I
were
kinda
sort
wanna
of
see
in
that,
order
though.
as when they come out. So
All right,
I think
all
it'll
right,
be-
all right.
There's the Haunting in Venice, which is the Kenneth Branagh
Yeah.
has been doing the Hercule.
I like his Hercule
Yeah.
Poirot. Yes, I do.
He's been doing those.
Yeah.
This is the third one
Yeah.
of that.
I like them. They're
And,
big and splashy
yeah,
and
big and
Hollywood.
splashy.
Yeah, that's how
they
they're
did a
supposed
lot
to
better
be.
than the Agatha Christie ones that have been coming out. They had the one, the Murder on the Orient. I don't know if you saw that. Had Johnny
I
Depp
saw
in
like
it.
ads
Yeah,
for
it
it,
was
but
okay.
never watched it.
It was okay, but I don't.
Was
think
that
it
a
was as
Bernard
good
one,
as
or that was something else?
it was something else. I don't think it was as good as these.
Yeah, no,
But he's-
I've enjoyed these.
Yeah. He's
a
I fell asleep
fantastic-
at the first one in the theaters, and Klein was pissed. He's like, that was $20.
Best nap I had all day.
I think he does some pretty good movies as a director.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't.
yeah, that's great.
I think I haven't seen him in a movie since like Harry Potter. But
Oh, was he in everybody?
Oh, he was delightful. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was-
It's just a poser.
he was a
Yeah.
poser, like.
Wannabe wizard.
Yeah, he was one of the new teachers, and turns out that you find out later in the movie he's like stealing other people's ideas and like the
He's great.
The only spell he knows how to do is to make people forget shit.
Oh.
So he steals their idea
And then makes them forget it.
Makes them forget that they
That's
came up with it.
awesome. I need that.
Oh, my God.
I'm stealing everything. Oh, that's a great song. You forget it. It's mine now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Write it down. TM.
Cheeseburger in Paradise, TM.
So that's coming out. Also, everybody's favorite Stallone and Statham are back in Expendables 4.
This one has this one has what's her name, Fox.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox is in it. Yeah, she plays Statham's girlfriend in this. I've seen the trailer for it.
50 Cent is in it, I think.
Right on.
50 Cent.
I don't know, man.
They do. How
many of these are they gonna? I mean, they're on.
Until they quit making money.
Until they don't have they're
high production value, though, right?
They actually are not bad.
Yeah.
It's not like a B movie.
The concept is a B film, but it's got a huge budget because it's Stallone's movie.
Yeah.
Sure.
And you know what? And I like, as corny as they are, I like those movies. I like the first three.
No, I like
the first
movies.
couple. I don't know that I actually saw.
I have not seen any of the Expendables.
I think I need to
And
rewatch.
doesn't Dolph Lundgren show up?
Yes.
He's in.
He's in
the first two at least.
He's in all of them.
Yeah, I mean, that's something. Just because we're kids of the 80s, so it's nice to see.
And it's got Jet Li. And
all of the movies have one or two or more action heroes from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
So like Van Damme and Harrison Ford and
shows up as a bad guy. Right?
Yes, in like the second, I think, or third movie.
Yeah, have you guys seen cked?
Yes.
Oh, fuck, it's brilliant.
I have not seen it.
It's great.
It's kind of a fictionalized version of his story.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I know what you're talking about,
Fantastic.
but I haven't seen it. Is that on Amazon? Or?
I bet it is.
Yeah,
I bet it is.
I have to check that
Oh, my
out.
God. No, you will.
Yeah, but Chuck Norris showed up in
Oh,
small scenes. I mean, they tried to get like everybody into a scene, but they had like Ronda Rousey was in it.
Yeah.
I like that one.
What's the big guy?
Terry Crews is in the first.
Oh, Terry Crews is awesome. Yeah, I love Terry Crews.
Yeah, Chuck Norris still alive, right?
Yeah, he's like in his 80s now, but
It's got to be. Remember his
'cause the
stretchy
first
jeans and shit? Oh, my
Dude,
God.
what's great about Chuck Norris in that movie is like, didn't you get bit by a cobra? It's like, yeah. After 18 agonizing hours, the snake finally died.
Friggin' Chuck Norris. I mean, it's a bunch of one-liners.
it's a
It's an
popcorn.
80s movie.
It's a popcorn
right.
film, man. You're not expecting any awards for that, except for maybe a Razzie.
Right.
Sure.
But
I just watched one of the. Oh, geez, what are the Fast and Furious movies?
I love
Same
those.
kind of thing, exactly.
Yeah.
Same sort of thing. It's like, yes, no, it's not trying to be Citizen Kane. Yeah. It's okay.
My
It's just
favorite-
like
my
popcorn, snacks.
My favorite
And
meme
headphones.
this week was showing the back of a semi-truck, and it was loaded with like DVD players and TV sets that have the built-in VCR, and it's all and they're like, this was the heist from the first Fast and Furious movie. This is what they were after.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. No, and I was going through like my movie collection the other day, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know what movie series I wish somebody else would pick up the torch and start making them, was the Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise did the
Cannonball Run.
the Cannonball Run movie.
Has it never been redone? I guess they redid Rat Race.
Yeah.
Right.
The Rat Race was
Around the world.
in 80 days, yeah. But no,
Yeah, Cannonball Run was, and Jackie Chan was in Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
all of them,
Yeah. Is that 81? When is it?
78 and 81,
No.
I think, or something like that.
geez.
It was like the first one was like in the late 70s, and the second one was like in the early to mid 80s. And then there was
Totally do it. I mean, I could
and
see.
there was a third one that went
yeah.
straight to video.
We mentioned Amy Poehler and what's her partner
Yes.
in crime?
The head writer for Saturday Night Live for many years.
Why can't I think
the
of her
two
name?
of them were actually.
Yeah.
But you could pair them up in a car.
Sure.
You
Oh
could
my
throw.
God.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could throw all kinds of people
I mean,
at it.
I said this to somebody else. It's like they already did that. It's called Fast and the Furious. It's like, yeah, no, those are not really.
No, those are action movies.
Those are
They're
action
not
films. Those are not
comedies.
comedy films. But yeah, you get the idea. We should have that kind of movie where there's like a from point A to point B kind of race, and there's all these big name celebrities that make appearances driving a car.
Yeah, and DeLuise was Captain Chaos or something.
Oh, dude.
What was his? Was
know-
that his alter ego?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's been decades.
You know who I think would be perfect for that role of that character? Jack Black.
Sure, yeah,
Oh,
yes.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
And
no,
then,
he's Dom DeLuise that's really good at
And then
guitar.
I think the guy who could take over for I just said his fucking name.
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, thank you. Would be Ryan
God
Reynolds.
bless you, lad.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
Disney,
sure.
Warner Brothers, Bad
Yeah, I know,
Robot.
yeah, you
Whoever call us, we'll start writing this stuff out.
Yo, Todd.
TM, by the way.
2% of the gross.
Yeah.
TM, right?
Hey,
now.
if I get 2% of whatever it makes, that's still
my God.
more than I make
Happy.
right now.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a lot of money. 2% is unheard.
2% of nothing is still nothing.
Yes.
So Expendable 4 is coming out. There's also a movie called The Creator, which
Yeah, that
I
looks-
saw the
trailer.
poster
It looks
for,
totally
and then
cool,
I watched
man.
the trailer. Totally
Yeah.
cool. And that's I believe it's Denzel Washington's son, right?
Because he was in the movie where he infiltrates the KKK.
Yeah.
And
was he in Tenet?
Yeah, he's
okay,
in Tenet.
so he's the Tenet guy.
Oh, yeah. But I just forget about Tenet. It's just everybody gets a bad film, and that was all those guys.
Yeah.
Or I didn't get
Sounded
it.
great
Right.
on
Yeah.
paper, right? On the storyboard, it was like, oh, this is really cool. But yeah, it looks like he and a team of humans, sort of after Skynet, right? The AI takes over, and humans are battling the AI, whatever it is, and he and his team are sent on a mission to capture some new
secret
weapon
yeah.
that the AI has created, that the robots or whatever you want to call them have created. Ends up being a little boy or something, a little
Oh yeah, I
robot
saw the
boy.
trailer for that. Yeah. That,
And he can't bring him. What I'm gathering from he can't bring himself to destroy it. So
because it's a little, like an 8-year-old kid, right?
Like Lone Wolf and Cub all over again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a classic.
It's like it was kind of like
It looks cool, though.
it does look.
Yeah.
good.
It reminds me a little bit of AI, that one with the I See Dead People kid.
Yeah. That's a good movie.
Oh, with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, iRobot.
No,
No,
AI.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't have had Will Smith. It was Jude Law. Was
Oh, okay. I know what you're
Spot,
talking about. Yeah. That's what I need.
and that was such a sad ending.
We'll talk later.
You know, they make those things. They're like
Oh,
they're
my
like
God.
$12,000. They have the non AI version for like $6,000 or $7,000.
I don't know how I justify that to the pocketbook. Man.
Wait,
Yeah, it's got to be a write-off.
Charles, it's
Research.
It's
Like
because
research.
you're not
Got another
single, is
dependent.
why.
Research.
I think if you were single, you would find reasons why it would be worthwhile.
No.
I'm not saying that you need to
Never
be
mind.
divorced or anything like that. I'm just saying that if you were a single dude and you had the funds to do so, you would totally do it.
Yeah, maybe. So Expendables 4 and The Creator and
looks good.
Saw X. Saw
Like the
10.
10th,
I'm
the
gonna-
10th.
Holy
I'm going to
crap.
pass on that.
I've never seen one of them. I'm good.
I've
I'm not
never
really
seen
into
one
torture
either.
movies.
I saw one of
It's
them.
got,
and
the first one has Dread Pirate Robert,
Yes,
right?
yes.
so
Princess
that's all-
Bride guy, yeah.
I guess he
Carrie
was in it.
Elwes.
Elwes, yeah. He was in it, but I don't think he was the bad guy. I don't remember. I never saw the first one. I saw like the fourth one, which
No,
was
I think
basically
he does, yeah.
the fourth one is legitimately like the flashback episode.
Yeah.
It shows all these clips from the previous movies. It's like, this is fucking stupid. And I was like, this isn't even a horror film. This is like torture porn.
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
being
it's weird. No,
Chris
I'm not
Rock
into
was
it.
in the last one, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
that was kind of not even like a sequel. It was kind of a different point of view. It was
Oh,
like,
he was the police officer.
yeah,
right?
he was
Trying to
like
solve
the
crime, yeah.
detective that was like, investigating them.
What's in the box, man?
What's in the box?
Put my dick in the box.
yeah. Somebody needs to mash that up.
Oh man! So I'm excited to see The Inventor and The Creator. I might go see those in the theaters. Equalizer 3, Expendables. I can wait till they come out on streaming.
And as far as like the release dates, guys, I would just go on to IMDb and look for these movies. It'll come right up.
sometime. But speaking of this week in history, guys, you'll like this one. In 490 BC, the Greek hoplites from Athens defeated Darius's Persian army on the plains of Marathon.
Isn't that 500 or 300?
No,
Oh, that
that's
was in
10 years
380.
later when the Spartans defeated Darius's
That
son.
was 380.
No, I thought it was only 10 years later.
Oh,
Anyway,
maybe it was 480. Okay, that sounds right. Yeah. 'Cause I don't think that.
All
family
I know is I
lasted
fell
long.
asleep to that movie, and my girlfriend hated me for it.
but Philippides, one of the warriors, ran to tell all of Athens that they won and then promptly died because he ran 26 miles to share the good news. And that's how we got the marathon. And I think it was actually like 25 miles, but who's counting, right? But yeah, I mean, Eddie Izzard did a great, I don't know what his new name is. Is he still going by Eddie?
She is still Eddie Izzard.
Yes, okay. Does a great joke about how, you don't fucking run 26 miles because you won. You run, you kind of party, we fucking won, man.
Yeah. He died from alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
Took him 6 days to get there.
Did either of you
Stopped at every pub on the way? Every single one.
Did either of you ever see the pilot episode for it? They were in, I think, 2009, maybe 2010. I think NBC tried to do like a reboot of the Munsters, but it was called 1313 Mockingbird Lane.
I've heard of it, but I never saw it.
And Eddie Izzard played Grandpa Munster.
Yes.
Yeah. It was. I have the video on my computer at home because I figured it wasn't going to stay on the internet forever.
Love the stand-up from a few years ago. I have a couple of their albums. But I don't know that they've done any new albums recently, have they? Acting.
I haven't seen her in anything since I think Across the Universe.
Okay.
Oh, geez. All right. Mystery Man. Eddie Izzard's in a weird Alex Cox movie from back, probably.
Let's see.
Yeah,
late 80s. Something that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But nothing recent, right?
Nothing I know.
Not that I'm aware of, anyhow.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll Google it.
1877 Sioux warrior Crazy Horse was fatally bayoneted at the age of 36 by a soldier in Nebraska.
Yeah. He was assassinated.
Yeah.
It was absolutely treacherous and awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah. Last week we talked about how the Nazis last week invaded Poland. Well, this week in 1939, the British declared war on Germany after it invaded Poland.
Yeah.
1939 and 1951, the first transcontinental television broadcast in America is carried by 94 stations around 1951.
Wow.
Oh,
doesn't seem that long ago, but
it's not.
But
what that tech entailed, right? Because it wasn't. I mean, they had transmitters for part of that, but a lot of that. I mean, you had to have electricity everywhere, wire, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
I went ahead and did a little looking on IMDb for Eddie Izzard, and I forgot she was in the Lost Symbol, which was the TV series on Peacock. That's the whole Robert Langdon Da Vinci Code.
What Tom Hanks was starring in.
Yeah,
but it was
his character is Robert Langdon.
And Eddie Izzard played like the professor dude in that series. But she's got a movie coming out this year sometime where she plays Dr. Jekyll.
Oh, geez.
That'd be kind of interesting. I sure like her work.
Yeah, I do too.
1957 in this week, the Arkansas governor called out the National Guard to bar African-American students from entering the Little Rock High School.
What a piece of shit.
1950.
It was 6 little kids, right?
6 little kids just trying to go to school.
It's insanity.
It's
insanity. And that's not that long ago, man.
Yeah. And people were screaming and hurling shit at the kids.
It's just madness.
Just madness.
And that's why mobs are shitty, right?
Yeah.
Mobs are bad, dude.
And his name was Orval Faubus. Faubus? I don't know.
I don't get it.
Only in the South.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
72 showed us Black September during the Olympic Games. A Palestinian terrorist group took 11 Israeli athletes hostages. By midnight of the night that they did the hostage taking, everybody was dead except for 3 of the terrorists.
Yeah, and
that was crazy.
Yeah, no, it's awful. But then the Mossad came out and murdered.
Oh, fucking yeah!
For him.
Do not want the Mossad after you.
No. Well, I mean, that was a terrible and shitty thing to do.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody recognized that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just kids. They're just Olympic kids, right? No, I know. I saw a thing in the paper the other day where a dude in, I think, 1970, he and two co-conspirators made a fertilizer truck bomb outside way before,
Timothy McVeigh and all that.
Because that's a recipe that happens, I guess, but outside of the math department at the University of Wisconsin.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, what the fuck does the mathematics department have to do with whatever your gripe is?
Right.
What a piece of shit.
Right.
And I mean, and some of the dudes only got I think it was two other guys. One of them got 7 years out of it or something. Killed a guy and did a terrorist bombing. Got 7 years for it. It's like, fuck off, piece of shit.
Yeah.
I don't get it, dude. Humans got to knock it off.
Well, at those same Olympic Games, and I don't remember where that was. Was that in?
It was Germany.
It was Germany. Yeah.
And that's why they felt extra bad about it. They're like, oh, we promised the Jews we wouldn't do this again.
Yeah, that's right.
But they didn't do it, right? I guess there's security failings, but I mean, it's not like Germany was in on it. And they had a botched rescue attempt.
Yeah.
I've got a book. It's 3 Days in September or something.
Oh, okay.
It's a cool book, yeah.
Did they make a movie out of that?
I think Spielberg made a movie about that. I believe.
Was it called Munich? I think
maybe it was. Maybe it was. Yeah, I
been
didn't watch it because I bet it's just depressing. But
at those Olympic Games, Mark Spitz became the first Olympic competitor to win 7 medals during a single Olympic Games. He cleaned up.
Wow.
Got 7 medals.
He's a swimmer, right?
Swimmer or diver?
Oh, all right.
Is he a diver? I don't know. One of the two. He's in the pool.
Yeah.
This is a fun one. 1975, Squeaky Fromm, formerly of the Charles Manson family, tried to kill Gerald Ford.
Yeah.
But I think her gun jammed. And
or he fell down the stairs and it missed him.
I don't think the gun went off. But, and I think she only had 2 bullets in it or something crazy
I don't think she was in her right mind.
No,
right?
No.
But it also shows that somebody in their right mind could have done it.
Yes. Right? Could have easily taken it out right there.
Yeah, Squeaky Fromm.
And
she's out of prison?
I don't know. I think she's out of prison and retired to a quiet life somewhere.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she was fully faculty.
Yeah. Yeah, whether it was LSD or just whatever else, brainwashing from something Manson or whatever. In science news this week in 1976, the Viking 2 landed on Mars and got the first close-up full color images of the surface.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. It looks like the Nevada desert.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, what is
with
that
the
movie?
red tint filter?
Where it's like Saturn 17 or something, where it's a fake moon landing movie with O.J. Simpson. You know what I'm talking about? They get hunted down by the rogue government and all this stuff.
O.J. Simpson.
What? No, I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's not good.
Yeah.
You'll never get that 89 minutes back, Todd. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might end
Did
up
he turn down the Terminator to star in that one?
Oh, man. Who turned down the Terminator?
O.J. Simpson was considered for the role of the Terminator at one point.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, till they settled on Arnold.
Yeah, it's probably better they didn't have him play someone who's hunting down a woman and trying to kill her.
Well, this was a good 10 years before that happened.
What a piece of shit that guy. Are you kidding me?
Man.
And I just like, who's the guy who murdered Trayvon Martin?
Oh,
that piece of shit, George Zimmerman or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like the actions after this really show you what type of person they are.
Yeah.
Right? Don't they? Don't they? And both of those guys have been monumental piles of poop.
Yes.
Just shitbags.
You know who I recently found on TikTok? He's been doing live streams almost every night, is Joey Buttafuoco. I'm not even kidding.
Who's Buttafuoco?
He was the one that had his Amy something that had his girlfriend tried to kill his wife.
Yeah, that's
fair.
Jeez, I forgot about that. Is that Jersey?
Jersey.
I mean, we call it Thursday. It's like,
What's really funny is he was in one of the videos I looked on his profile. He's talking about how Jim Carrey did. He goes, Jim Carrey did a spot on impression of me, Buttafuoco over here. the fuck, man?
He's doing almost
nightly. It's like he's doing a satire of you, and you think it's cool.
Oh my god,
making you look like a complete jackhole. Okay, yeah.
That was the 80s, right?
I guess I would be happy if Jim Carrey was making fun of me too. I guess.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I guess
take it.
See, I hope
Jim, if you're watching,
make
fun of all of us.
Yes,
we're into it.
Oh, what a
alrighty then.
1998. This week, Google was founded.
Oh, jeez.
The Googleator machine.
Did you know that Google is actually like a measurement?
Yeah, Googleplex. It's a 1 with 99 zeros, right?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what started. Oh no, a Googleplex is a Google of Googles. Yeah, so a Google is a 1 with 99 zeros, and a Googleplex is whatever factor that is to make a Google of Googles.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah.
So,
and that's it for this week in history, boys.
Oh man, well, geez, that was chock full of stuff.
Wow,
stuff happens. Stuff happens.
You know, I think about Persia a lot, right? Because it was a fascinating place at the time. Yeah. And it's just, the Ayatollah and the Religious Council really suck now. But I don't know. Geez, they did have a long-term empire with a lot of...
huge empire.
Oh, yeah. With,
tons of books.
Yes. It was a high time for those who were in the... had the ability to be educated and well-fed, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
It was a time of plenty, right?
Right.
So, in kind of a bright spot. But I guess the Greeks are like, well, what about us? But the Greeks get a lot of credit.
Yeah.
Right. We kind of base Western society on what the
Greeks were doing.
Kind of, right?
Yeah.
I mean...
At least we got a lot of words from, I think, Greek words, didn't we?
Well, once it went to Roman, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But
a lot of Latin.
The Greek language is totally... And I think modern Greek is nothing like old Greek or something.
Yeah,
right?
I couldn't imagine.
Something.
Yeah. The only thing I know about that I know about recent...
I love their sauces.
Greek thing is the village that was built for the Popeye movie is still there in Greece, and you can go walk around. It's an actual working village.
I haven't thought about that movie.
No, when's the last time you watched that, man?
About 10 years ago.
Oh, right on. No, they both just...
Is that Shelley Duvall?
Yeah. Shelley Duvall and Robin Williams as Popeye himself.
Bonkers.
And
I can't remember who directed that. It's a well-done film.
Yeah.
It's not Terry Gilliam, but it seems...
I don't know.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, man, he goes
I am what I am. And
that's like 78 or 9, right?
Back 1980.
Is it? No, all right.
Who played Bluto?
The guy who was the bad guy in Oliver played Bluto. His name was...
What's the name of the dude that wanted... Was it Wimpy that always wanted the hamburger?
Yeah, that's
Paul
Wimpy.
Dooley was Wimpy. And Ray
gladly pay you tomorrow.
Ray Walton was Pappy. Poop Deck Pappy.
Yeah, Poop Deck Pappy.
And then...
Fucking insane.
Hey, where's Bluto? I'm trying... He's a...
Jeez, it's all Technicolor and shit almost.
Yeah.
Popeye, what a guy.
Oh, Paul L. Smith. I was wrong. I was thinking it was somebody else.
L. Smith. Don't know. The Big Show.
The Big Show.
Not that Paul Smith, a different Paul Smith, but yeah.
You guys want to give out some advice this evening?
Oh,
sure. I totally forgot to look on the Am I the Asshole forum for anything, so this is good.
Oh, well, we got somebody needing advice.
Yeah.
So the advice is, quote from the person, my girlfriend of about 2 years hit me recently, and I don't know what to do about it. This was so out of character for her, and I have never known her to express anger physically before. We were arguing, and the fight spun out of control. I was standing behind her talking loud, and she spun around and slapped me. After the slap, I just sort of stood there, absolutely speechless. She gasped and then walked away for a minute, but came back really quick, apologizing profusely. We hadn't been drinking or anything, just a hard argument. She apologized for hours and seems genuinely contrite and is as upset about the whole situation as I am. Should I stay or should I go?
Geez.
I won't tolerate an abuser. If she did it once, she could do it again.
Yeah.
My question is, what the fuck did you say that caused her to spin around and smack?
Well, can you say something that brings violence? I guess. But once does not make an abuse.
Talk about my mama,
right? Or whatever.
And the fact that she came back almost immediately and apologized says a lot about her.
Yeah.
You know, if she would have been like, fuck you, and walked
had
away.
That come and you loudmouth.
Yeah, and just kind of.
But honey,
and was willing to die on that hill. Yeah, I'd say kick her ass to the curb, but she came right back and apologized. And again, we don't know what this guy said to upset her so much that she actually was willing to smack him for it. I mean,
I don't think anything you could say ever deserves.
That's kind of, especially with loved ones, right? Because even walking down the block, it's like, that's the freedom of speech thing.
I mean,
but I don't know, but violence in the home, because in your home, I've said
a slap
it before.
in the face is one thing, but I wouldn't call a slap in the face violence. And if she would have socked me and knocked me the fuck out, that's when I would call it violence.
No. You put your hands on anybody.
It's still an act of violence. Yeah. By law, it's an act of violence. Right?
I don't know.
That's an illegal act. If somebody would have called the cops, somebody would have gone to jail that night. Yeah. For sure, no doubt about it.
I have been on the receiving end of that kind of thing, and that person did go to jail.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry to hear that, Todd.
And she was
I don't know, because trust is paramount, man. Without trust, and you're sleeping next to somebody and you don't trust them, right? You gotta either reestablish trust in this relationship, or if you can't reestablish trust because that big of a line got crossed, then you gotta go. Because it's madness, otherwise.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it depends on what was said and how quickly she apologized. If she had said nothing and just stewed on it for a couple of days and then came back and apologized, I would have been like,
Yeah, that jumped out to me. The other thing that jumped out to me in it was that whoever wrote this, male or female or whatever, this was so out of character for her, and I've never known her express anger physically before.
Yeah. Yes, those pants do make you look fat.
But
no, babe, I think it's your butt that makes your hands look big.
But so everybody has a moment, right? Like I've punched a wall before. I've slammed doors.
Yeah, but walls talk shit.
Yeah, walls do talk shit. Yeah,
yeah.
So that struck
anger is a powerful thing.
Yes,
but then feeling bad about it, not gloating, not being weird, right? It's like. And I don't know.
I would say too that we don't know enough about the relationship. So, is she abusive in other ways? Is she, does she talk down to you? Is she emotionally?
Yeah, I'm going to assume no.
Yeah, I'm going to assume
because there's other. Not after the slap. Before. There's so out of character.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Came back quickly and apologizing profusely. That's another thing. Is like you had to have said something very shocking for her to be like, "Oh my fucking god," and smack you.
Yeah.
So I think this person should really kind of like realize that maybe they went too far, and she reacted badly, but she came back immediately and apologized. I think this person also should apologize for whatever it was that caused her to react so badly to it, because it's violence, but still, there's only maybe a handful of things that would get me to be like wanting to punch somebody, because I'm not a violent person. I get angry, I get loud, but I'm not. I don't.
Well, there's want and there's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, especially a loved one.
Yeah.
If you're at a political rally and somebody talks shit, or you're at the fucking corner store or something, it's like it's different than a 2-year relationship, right?
Yeah,
which I guess is also different than a 20-year relationship.
I have a history of kind of blowing up, and my anger kind of takes control, so I can kind of see it from his point of view to a certain point, but at the same time, he has to take responsibility for what sparked that reaction, I think.
And we don't necessarily know that the person asking is a boy, right?
No, just that the hitter was female is all we know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if that makes any difference.
It shouldn't make any difference.
I don't know, not necessarily, but
yeah.
But if the dude, looks like the mountain, and then, she's 4'1"
True.
or whatever, then that does make a difference, right? Yeah. It's like, it can be, because there's all sorts of different types of, power challenges in relationships and shit. But for me, it all boils to trust, dude. It all boils, because if you have a stroke in the middle of the night, the person sleeping next to you is the one who's going to call 911 or not.
Yeah.
Right?
Or not.
Right?
Or not,
So it's like, I don't know. Trust is the key. So if you can still trust this person after this incident, then hallelujah.
I would like to know a little bit more about their relationship and find out if they don't mention it. They've been dating for about 2 years, or girlfriend about 2 years. So there must be something there that's holding you together.
Right.
But we don't know if she or he or her is mentally, emotionally abusive, maybe whatever. If there's some of that going on, then I would say if she is emotionally abusive or mentally abusive and then the slap, I would say probably get out now while you can.
I mean,
sure.
if there's other red flags that you've been ignoring because she's cute and blah 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 blah, whatever the reasons are that you ignore red flags. You should definitely take note of all those things and figure out, is it worth staying or is it better that you go?
Yeah, that's a good point. You have to tell us if the good outweighs the bad on that, and then you need to draw a line in the sand and make it clear that you will not tolerate that ever.
Right. Yeah.
And say, if this happens again, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah,
and be gone and live up to it, right? Because you can't.
No, if you're going to make an ultimatum.
I would be curious. Is this story from a newspaper article or an online?
No, we got this sent into it.
Come on, dude.
Here's my
seriously though.
My mom's cousin.
My mom's cousin.
Reason why I'm asking is, was there any updates? Was there any
No, we have got no updates on this. This was it.
Okay.
This was it.
I mean, it's a thought experiment of nothing else, right? It's like,
exactly.
Yeah.
But we're missing some details that would be good to have in order to make a worthwhile response to the thing here. So,
for sure.
Without more information, we don't really know. I mean, has she? And it says this is uncharacteristic for her, so she's never acted this way before. Is what we can assume on this, right?
Yeah. And they've been together for 2 years, so I mean that kind of behavior is hard to hide for 2 years,
right?
So I kind of feel like maybe it was just a moment of weakness, kind of.
Yeah, maybe she was angry. You gotta get a Snickers, bro. I don't know. But I'm going to assume that there weren't all these other flags because this person. I would have said, well, first time she hit me, but did all these other things that already happened, right?
I think
indicators and such. It's like
the fact that she's never had this before and she quickly apologized says that this is not a normal thing for her to be doing. So I don't say kick her ass to the curb, but I would definitely look into maybe therapy, if nothing else, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page. And
I don't think couples therapy is a bad idea at all.
Nah, never is.
Nothing wrong with that.
But definitely draw that line in the sand. If it ever happens again, out the door.
And I would say why, right? It's like we need to be able to trust each other. If you have a stroke, I'm the guy who's going to fucking help you, blah, 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 blah. Or you know what I mean?
Or let you die because you're a prick.
You know what I mean? It's like, and just explain why these things are important to you.
Right? They're not married. Or whoever the author is his girlfriend, so they're not married.
Sure.
So if you need to get out now's the time to untangle before you legally tangle.
Yeah, no, that's true too. All
right, well, we hope we've helped you.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean,
good luck. I really do mean it.
Yeah.
It's like, and don't lose your own value by trying to hold on to something, right?
Yeah.
As the Prophets 38 special once said, you gotta hold on loosely, down,
but don't let go.
Diddling, diddling, diddling. If you cling. So.
Oh my God! Well, I've got something positive to end on, unless you guys got something else.
Wrapping this thing up.
Let's wrap it up. So here's quote from Jimmy Buffett himself. It's from one of his songs. It's from the song He Went to Paris. And my understanding is he wrote this song. He ran into a veteran of the Spanish-American War that had lost a hand. He was a musician, but he had seen a lot of shit in his life. So Buffett wrote this song with kind of him in mind. And He Went to Paris. But the quote is, some of it's magic, some of it's tragic, but I had a good life all the way.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's well said. I wonder, while in France, did he have a Royale with cheese in paradise?
Dipping them fries in mayonnaise.
That's funny.
I don't know. That's a good quote. Because it is. I know that's why, the ancient theater symbols are comedy and tragedy. Because you really can't have one without the other.
Exactly.
I guess.
All right, guys.
I need to publicly apologize for my big blurting about Ahsoka, right, where I was sure that Ezra was the masked fifth practitioner. Evidently, I was incorrect.
I haven't seen it, so
I publicly apologize. I know nothing about Star Wars. I can go home and eat all my Star Wars shit.
Mike, I thought it was a good theory.
Yeah, I had the whole season planned out. I was like, flush.
When I watched it yesterday, I was like, ooh, shit, we're going to have something to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is Mary a Star Wars
connoisseur?
Okay. All right. Danny's a slight connoisseur. She really enjoyed the Mandalorian series, and she kind of enjoyed the Boba Fett stuff, and kind of enjoyed the Obi-Wan series. So I don't know.
Only kinda?
She's not a big connoisseur as I.
But she enjoyed it. She didn't actively go, is this over yet? Is this over yet?
No. She watched it all the way through, but she wasn't looking at her watch the whole time. When's this gonna end?
Is this over yet?
Where's the little Yoda dude?
No. Everybody loves Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
All right, guys. That's it. Thank you for joining us around the world. And
don't forget to subscribe so you can watch the bonus features.
The bonus feature. We're doing our top 5 months of the year. And I unfortunately said, because since September is pretty unremarkable, and then Todd reminded me that it's Talk Like a Pirate.
and my birthday.
It meant no offense, man.
When I said that, I was tongue in cheek. I wasn't.
Yeah, it's like summer's ending, and we have Labor Day, but it kind of goes by fast, and then the rest of the month is just
I'm just
except for Todd's birthday.
Yeah, no, geez, I saw my first maple leaf fall from a tree, and I'm like, thank you.
Yeah,
hallelujah.
I'm ready for it.
And I kind of went down a rabbit hole after that text exchange, and I found a wiersite that has every non-official holiday or non-bank holiday.
Oreo Day.
There's like
Wiener Dog Day.
There's
see, that's what Congress does. Right?
Pink Lemonade Day.
Fucking creating all this shit instead of
what was it?
National Donut Day.
Yeah, and then there was also what was it? I found one I thought was fucking hilarious.
National Barney Rubble Day.
Yeah, Barney Rubble.
What was it? I gotta go down to September.
There's a day for everything.
And there's literally a holiday on every day of the month, of each month.
But that also means that National fucking Wiener Dog Day has the same impact as Labor Day.
Yeah, really.
Mother's Day.
National BDSM Day.
So next Wednesday,
which is right after Mother's Day,
which is the day after, as a matter of fact.
No, it's not. Oh my God! It should be.
So now I know what to get Mom.
September 11th is Make Your Bed Day.
Oh, well, there's other kind of
uneventful.
That's the most important part of that
so
day.
Now I might not just be like, fuck, don't tell me what to do, bro.
Then there's
my boss.
On September 12th, it's chocolate milkshake day.
Oh,
and then next Wednesday is Positive Thinking Day.
Oh, well, hey, we'll have to
do something.
It's also Ronald Dahl Day.
What is it?
Roald Dahl.
Oh, Roald Dahl Day.
Ronald Dahl Day, the guy who created Willy Wonka.
I thought it was rolled.
It's rolled. He doesn't. There's no N in his name.
Well, it says here. Oh, it is rolled. Never mind.
Okay, no, I just thought it was confused.
I wonder if his parents were poor. They couldn't afford the N.
They couldn't rolled.
That extra digit.
The ink that it costed.
It's very possible that I inserted the N because it made more sense for it to be Ronald.
Because what the fuck kind of name is Rolled? He's the only person on the planet with that name. Yeah.
It's short for Roland or Rolando. I know someone who's called Rolled.
Really?
Yeah.
And it was,
Same
well, I
spelling?
take that back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Rolled. I mean, 100 million bookseller, multi-award-winning film creator, Roald Dahl. I'm sure worried about my
giant,
opinion.
or the BFG,
James and the Giant Peach.
James and the Giant Peach.
Yeah.
So in my birthday is miniature golf day.
Oh,
Nice.
What day is your birthday, Todd?
September 21st. And I also share that day
We're gonna do a party here in the studio.
Okay.
Is it Wednesday?
I don't know.
No.
Oh, too bad.
September is a Thursday.
well,
geez,
we'll just do it a day early.
Yeah.
Should we go play mini golf or something?
Ooh.
Yeah, we could totally do that. They have miniature golf over at Fun Center.
Bullwinkles, yeah.
Yeah, Bullwinkle. That's right. Forgot that it has Rocky.
It did at one point. I don't know if it still does.
Yeah,
No.
big ass.
Yeah, geez, I haven't been in there in a long.
I haven't been there in like a decade, so. But they have laser tag too, which is a lot of fun.
Kids like to go over and do the little go karts.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I think I would look like King Koopa if I was riding a go kart.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with Koopa. You guys famous.
Except for he's gigantic and the cart is tiny.
Yeah. Are they gas or electric over there?
They are gas. I
Are they?
believe.
Gas, yeah.
Yeah, because down, is that West Valley? No, it's East Valley.
Yeah.
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 They have that huge facility.
Yeah, that are electric, I think.
Are they?
No,
I
no,
think
the
they're
ones
really
the
fast.
ones down by Costco are gas as well.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh.
There is the electric place over in Redmond, not far from Microsoft.
Yeah.
I've been to that one. Those are fucking fast.
Yeah, that's
oh my
kinda
God, they're
bad,
fast.
right? Yeah.
And the last time I was there, I had to have the extender thing for the for the seatbelt because my belly was too big.
Oh, cute.
And I had to have two people help me out of this thing.
No.
Because I couldn't. I was wedged in there.
It happens to the best of us.
No, only to the fat of us,
Well.
the fattest of us.
All right, boys.
All right.
We thanks for
everybody.
watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. Please go to ourtownpod.store for merch or to donate now. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, vlogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.